I'll have the wheel. Okay. All right. And we're starting the broadcast.
The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Morning, everybody. Mike Anderson from American Independent Marketing here with the members of the Connected Agent team. As you can see, Jonas, Aaron, Travis, and our latest addition to the team, Wes, all here this morning to spend some time and talk with you about this program, what a success it's been early, and how it can help you moving forward. So, do some quick intros. Wes is, again, the newest addition to the team, got a ton of experience helping small businesses optimize and promote websites, and that's really what we are all about. Travis came from our intern program, transition full-time, and he's really been the man behind the curtain for the folks that are part of the program now. Done a really good job for us. Aaron Cassover is he's helped thousands of insurance agents use the internet to grow their business, going way back to the days when he worked with Leo Burnett, which is a major advertising firm. Also got experience with the likes of United Airlines, General Motors, Allstate, Humana, and other insurance carriers. And he spent the last 4 years helping individual agents use the types of tools he's developed to make an impression within the marketplace. And our lead speaker this morning, Jonas Roser. He's the president of Roser Resources. He's an international award-winning marketer, and he's a member of the ECHO Academy of Direct Marketing Arts and Sciences, a very well-known presence in the long-term care business. He's the creator and primary driving force behind the 3 in 4 Association, which is a nationally recognized nonprofit focusing on awareness, raising awareness about long-term care planning. He's also very well known for his work with Long-Term Care Financial Partners, which was a national LTCI agency. Jonas was on board from its founding year until 2003 for 10 years. So with that, Jonas, I believe you're up first. Take it away, and we will get things going here.
All right, great. Thanks for the introduction, Mike. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're coming in 5 by 5. Very good.
Okay, great. Well, I just wanted to take a minute before I introduce our keynote presenter and platform developer to really set the stage of how and where today's shopper is going about finding products and specialists by planting just a few questions in your minds and then providing you with answers. What you see on the screen right now, a couple questions. So what do you think the percent of consumers researching insurance online is today? Add a little ticker, a little clock in front of you would be counting down right now, but I'm just going to go ahead and hit it and give you the answer. It's 80%. 80% of the people looking for information about an insurance product or specialist go online to fulfill their need. Now here's the second question. What would a consumer find when they research your name or your company name online? Would they find a website? Would they find a Facebook page, personal Facebook page, corporate Facebook page, maybe your LinkedIn profile, or maybe nothing at all? So if you ask yourself, if 80% of the people looking to purchase insurance do the research online, how can you afford not to be there? And if you are there, how can you afford not to have the type of platform needed to support today's savvy online shopper? You know, listen, folks, if you want to sustain your current level of business, or let alone grow your business, you need to be part of the research, quote, and sales process of today's digital customer. Today's insurance shopper is utilizing the digital age to find you online, and then they're using social media to research what your clients say about you and the products you sell. You know, we all know that in today's digital world, it's common to browse for information. Think about it. You're on your smartphone, you're on your tablet. Maybe it's in the airport. Heaven forbid if it's at a stoplight. Maybe it's on your couch. Maybe it's at the dinner table. Maybe it's just at your desk. But we all browse on our smartphones. And, you know, what happens if everyone, you know, you have everyone doing this with so much activity taking place? What if 50% of that taking place from a smartphone device is the percent out there, and what if your website platform doesn't support such a smartphone device? So we've already understood why it's so important to be out there, because you have 80% of people researching and looking for you. Now we know that 50% of them roughly are doing it from their phone. So even if you have a platform that puts you out on the internet, what if it doesn't support what 50% of the people are? Utilizing a smartphone and making sure you're utilizing a platform that supports smartphone and smart tablet presence is critical today. I mean, does your current website, if we want to call it that, does it provide a request a quote area? Does it let your client log in and conduct a phone consultation or presentation? How about having professional educational content or products that can be personalized with your contact information and image, clearly branding you as the local specialist? I'll say it again, that selling insurance in today involves being part of the consumer's research and sales process. If you're not part of their research and their sales process, you're just not going to show up and you won't be part of the sale anymore. It involves having an online platform that acts as your virtual office, that is open 24/7, that lets agents today, it's what you need today. You need to be out there. You need to have this access to sell in today's market. So one more quick question for you. So when today with your platform, you have to understand it needs to be search engine optimized as well. It needs to be Google Maps to better support your rankings to make sure that people are able to find you when they're putting in keywords. So it helps populate so that they're able to reach out to you online on their smartphone, on their computer, and get in touch with you to schedule an appointment. But most important, it has to be professional, because in today's digital environment, a website has become an agent's first call to the client without even being present. Meaning this is the first time a potential client is meeting you, reading about you, hearing about you, seeing what your clients have to say. Long gone are the days of business cards being the first call, the first thing you give to someone. They're meeting you when you're asleep or you're not even at your desk. So it has to be professional. It has to act as more than a website. It has to act as an information center. It has to act as a place of conducting business. And so before I move on, I just want to show you one more stat. This stat really showcases that consumers are spending more of their time and energy exploring and evaluating their insurance options rather than just passively, accepting information from an agent face-to-face. According to the IBM Institute, almost 80% of the 21,740 consumers surveyed using more than one digital interaction point, such as a phone, a website, or screen sharing activity to select their insurance policies. Think about that, 80% of those people. So that's just not to buy something online, that's to actually select their insurance policies. So think about that. The world's changed. We're following the consumer now. They're not following us. Imagine if you used to have a Blockbuster video store. Where would you be now? You got to change with the business. You got to change with the customer. The customer's now renting videos online. They're renting, or they're just streaming them online. You don't go to a store to rent a video anymore. They're not opening the yellow pages. They're going online to look for a professional. They're using certain words to find them, and they want to have a professional-looking presence before they even bother interacting by picking up the phone or contacting them on that website. That's what you need to have to conduct business today. With that being said, I'm happy to introduce Aaron Kassover and AIM Connected Agent Platform. Aaron is a marketing expert and he's the architect of the platform. But what I think is so great, he's actually a veteran of the insurance industry. So he understands what it's like working with a producer. He understands what they're looking for. And these three key elements have produced a producer-friendly, state-of-the-art digital marketing platform that provides you all the tools, the technology, and marketing programs you need to be a producer in today's digital world. So with that, I'm going to hand the baton over to Aaron. Aaron, it's all yours.
Great. Thank you, Jonas. And just make sure my microphone's coming through okay.
You're good.
Okay, great. Thank you. It's always good to make sure. So this is really exciting to talk about the Connected Agent program. And what we've done is we've spent quite a bit of time looking at how insurance is bought today. And we have developed a set of tools and an entire platform and a team of people to support agents like you in being successful in this changing marketplace. And the Connected Agent program is our solution to selling online, to bringing your business online. It's a vast program. There's lots to it. There's lots of technology. There's lots of features. There's the people and the support and the training and the coaching, way more than I can talk about today. So I'm going to show you a bit about the program, give you a sense of what's included. But remember, this goes way beyond what we can show you in the scope of this webinar. And this is a living and breathing program that continues to grow. We're committed to it long term. As you can see, we've brought on Wes, one more person to the team now. We're growing the support team for all of our agents. And we've been at it for, I think we launched it five and a half months ago now. And so we've already seen the successes of the agents that have come on board. We have quite a few agents who are using the program. And what's really cool about looking at who's using it is that we have agents all across the board in levels of experience. Everything from, we have an agent who is relatively new to the industry, who actually studied web design in college, so he's very technical, but he's benefiting from this platform as opposed to doing it himself. And we also have quite a few agents who are seasoned veterans in their 70s, who have never had a website before, never sold online before, who are seeing successes there. And so it's really cool to see how many different people from different backgrounds and different levels of experience are able to take advantage of the tools that we've created to see success, to drive sales. And that's what this program is all about. This program isn't about technology. It isn't about websites. It isn't about fancy bells and whistles. This program is all about giving you what you need to grow your business and drive more sales your way. That is 100% our focus. And that's what we're committed to do. That's why we created this program. So with that, let me walk through a couple of the key features of the Connected Agent program. Now, the first thing where it starts is really the cost of entry. It starts with a great website. And I really believe this is a great website. You'll get a beautiful website, a beautiful presence for your business that will present you in a very high quality, a very professional way. It's going to look great. It's going to reflect you very well. I often joke that you used to have a very nice suit and a Cadillac. So when you show up at your prospect's house, they look out the people over the front door and they decide to let you in. And now that you don't go to their house, you have to have the Cadillac of websites. So they go to your website and they see that you're a professional and they'll take your phone call. And so this is the Cadillac of websites. It looks great. It's going to reflect well for you. It's also built for insurance agents. We built this program specifically to sell insurance. And so everything is designed around effectively marketing insurance, effectively communicating insurance, effectively driving your prospects and your website visitors to convert to leads and to convert to sales. It's customized around your business. So we're able to modify the look and feel. We're able to modify the content. We're able to give you tools to really present yourself the way you want to. So if you focus on a specific demographic, maybe it's age, ethnicity, maybe you focus on families or seniors, we can make sure that your site reflects that. And we can also make sure it reflects the products that you offer. So if you are focused 100% on long-term care, we can do that. If you do everything, if you do life, health, auto, home, we have the ability to scale this to match your business. The website is also search engine ready. We built it from the ground up with search engines in mind. And I'll show you some really neat things about that, where your site is able to be found more easily. And then the last thing, to Jonas's point, is that we built the site to be mobile ready and look great on all devices. And these are real screenshots you're seeing. These are actual screenshots of websites running on an iPad and a smartphone. And the previous screenshot was running on a desktop computer. And you can see how we optimize the content of the site, of the page, to fit the device that your visitor is coming to you on. And the reason why this is so important is if you think about how people use the internet today. So for example, if you send an email out to your list of prospects promoting a new product that you're selling, there's a good chance a lot of people who get that email will be reading the email on their iPad or their smartphone. And if there's a link in that email back to your website, they're not going to wait until tomorrow morning when they're back at their desk to click on the link. They're going to want to click on it right then and there on their couch, at their table, while they're waiting for their kids. They're going to click on that link right then and there on their phone. And so your site has to show content that works well on mobile devices if you want to effectively sell today. People are mobile. People use the web mobilely. People are accessing your information from anywhere. And so we've made sure that from the ground up, everything looks great on all devices. It's just taken care of. You don't have to worry about it. So you get a great site. That's number one. Number two, which is just as important and perhaps more difficult. In fact, this is probably the hardest part of marketing your business online, is having great content. Great content that promotes insurance, that sells products, that educates your customers, that engages your customers. And we give you quite a few things around content. The first is a huge library of content across all lines of insurance that explains the products, the benefits of the products, educates your customers on different types of products. Then we also take it a step further, and we update your website with a blog. And I'll show you all this in a minute. We update it twice a month with an autopilot blog. So twice a month, your site gets a content update with 2 articles a month that you can use to send out to your prospects. You can share it on social media. You can use it to help drive people back to your site. And so your site is constantly growing, constantly getting richer, constantly getting more engaging, and giving reasons to come back to your site. Now, the third thing that we do is we give you campaigns to drive sales through your site. And we're building campaigns around the different products that we offer. And we're helping you create landing pages, marketing materials, both online and offline, and conversion strategies to use your website not just to help prove that you're a professional, but to actually generate new leads. And I've seen this work. It's really fun now to help agents launch campaigns. We had an agent last fall who brought their site up, and right away they wanted to get a campaign going. So the same day they launched their site, they launched their first campaign, and within 1 hour they had made $800 off their website. So that was 1 hour, $800 in sales. I'm sorry, $800 in commissions in 1 hour. So something to think about. These campaigns are designed to drive sales to your site. So with that, let me jump out of the presentation. We'll leave PowerPoint. Let's go to a web browser and just look at a site, see what I'm talking about here. So what we're seeing is a live website. This is my demo site. It's WeInsureSeattle.com, so you can go take a look at it later. It is a real site. Everything I'm going to do is happening in real time. There's no trickery. These are the exact tools and content that you'll have access to when you sign up for the program. So just a few things that you see about the site. First off, it's running at my domain name, WeInsureSeattle.com. And you can either, if you already have a domain name, we can transfer it over to use your new site. If you don't have a domain name, we'll help you select one that is a good fit for you. You see my company name, my branding, my tagline, my phone number, very clear front and center. You see very clearly the navigation I have around the products that I offer. So long-term care insurance, critical illness, health, MedSup, home and auto. Again, this is all customized to me. And then I have this very large, very visual slider of imagery that reflects the products in the market that I sell to. So I've got a picture of a couple here. I've got a call out to a guide you can download on long-term care planning. And then I added this image of the Seattle skyline just because this is my market, this is where I'm based, and people that come to my site will see this and they will say, okay, this is somebody who sells to people like me. And so I've customized my site around my market. I have a nice welcome message here. I have some call-outs of different quote forms people can use. And then I have some additional call-outs that promote different areas of content on my site. And then finally, I've integrated in my LinkedIn page. We also can integrate in Twitter and Facebook to your site to tie it in. So what you see is the home page, very clean, very easy to understand, very simple to navigate, very engaging, and customized around my business. Now we can go in deeper and look at some content. So let's look at the long-term care insurance content. And so these are all pieces of content that come from our library. I have an article on being prepared for the unexpected. I have a download form that people can use where they fill out this form, and it then gives them this free guide, which is a nice way to generate leads off of your site, these lead capture forms. And then I also have a quote form that people can fill out to get a quote on long-term care insurance. Critical illness, I have a little more content. I've got some educational content on what it is, how to survive a critical illness, how critical illness coverage works for you, exploring critical illness, information on how health insurance is not enough, and then also have a free guide here that people can download to learn about surviving critical illness financially. And again, so this is a way to convert visitors into leads. We're constantly offering them great content that they're going to want. And so what they need to do is when they see this content, they fill out the form to get the guide. That's an example of a way that we're helping you convert website visitors into prospects and leads that you can then go back and sell to. Again, all this content straight from our library. I didn't have to write any of it. Of course, if I did want to, I could go in and customize it. I could write my own. But I just gone in and added stock content because there's so much of it. It really covered everything I needed. And then health insurance. Again, you'll see information about different health products, med sup, and auto. Just examples of what I have on my site. So you can see that we have quite a bit of P&C content available if you sell those products. We have a commercial, small business. I used to joke we had everything but pet insurance, but now we have pet insurance, so I can't even joke about that. So that's the product content. We also give you some sample things like About Us pages, sample bios, mission statement and values pages, the kind of information you can use to talk about yourself and your business and your approach to selling insurance to help people get to know you. Under resources, I have some educational content, things like a glossary of terms. I have a page that I've promoted here, community resources, which is a way for me to give links out to my referral sources. So if I have a realtor or a financial planner I work with, I can recommend them on my website, which is a nice way to kind of show that you're giving back to your referral sources. And then I have my blog. And you'll see here, my blog is where I can post content that might not be as specific about a product. So maybe it's not marketing a product, but it's more of an educational content or an opinion, or if I want to kind of go off topic and not be so much about selling insurance as I am kind of ways to engage my visitors with things they find interesting. The blog is the place where I can do that. Now again, all the content I have on my blog just comes straight from our auto blogging program where you get 2 new blog posts a month. You can always go in and write more blog posts if you want to, but you know that you'll get a steady drip of good content on your site. So you can see here, for example, is coffee bad for you? Obviously, it's not about an insurance product, but it's health related. It's interesting. People want to know the answer. You probably wonder, is it bad for you? No, I've seen this. And so what we do is we give you content like this that you can then go and share on social media. So you can share this on LinkedIn. You can share it on Facebook. If people want to click through to see the article, and then while they're there, they'll learn more about you. They'll go look at the products that you sell, and it will generate leads for you. So the blog is sort of in a sense, it's like a Trojan horse that gets you back into the community, out into the web. By the way, it turns out coffee is both good for you and bad for you. I'll let you read the article later. There's benefits and downsides to it. So that's the quick tour of my site. You can see it looks great. If you pull it up on a smartphone, you'll see how it looks there. So let's go look at the back end where I can make some changes to the site so you can see how easy it is to customize the site to really make it your own. So I'm logged into the Connected Agent program, which is the tool that you'll use to control your site. And the first thing I can do is I can change the overall theme or the look and feel of the site. And so you can see we have a bunch of different options here. We added a couple this fall, one pink one for breast cancer awareness, one purple one for Alzheimer's awareness, and continue to kind of add those themes that are tied to a specific cause to help you if you're doing marketing campaigns around that sort of thing. I'll just go ahead and pick this one that has some red, and I'll say Update Theme. And now if I go back to my site and refresh the page, you're going to see that it's going to be redesigned. There it is. It's now red, white, and blue in just a click. And I can go back and I can do this as much as I want. So we can look at the breast cancer one, click on that Update Theme, and then I'll refresh the page. And you'll see that now it has pink. And that carries through to all of the pages of the site. So if I go through the different pages, you'll see that they all match this new design. And I can just keep going in and changing until I find one that I like. So maybe let's try this green one. So there you go. In a couple of seconds, I've redesigned my site 4 times. Now let's go in and add some content to the site. So pretend, if you will, that I just went out and got my license to sell life products. And my site doesn't have any life content on it right now, and I want to go and add it. It's a new line of business for me. I now can sell life. I have some carriers I'm representing, and I want to start marketing the products. So in the old world, before the Connected Agent, what I would do is lock myself up for a weekend and then several nights and start writing and kind of through a frustrated process trying to create some content around life insurance. And because I'm not a writer, it'd be kind of hard and probably not be very good. And then when I got to where I was happy, I'd send it off to my webmaster, and they would reply back and say, you know, I'm really busy. I am skiing in Argentina right now, but when I get back in 2 weeks, I'll be happy to charge you $80 an hour to go and put that content in. And so I wait a month for them to get around to it, and then eventually my site's updated. With the Connected Agent program, instead what I do is I log into our control panel. I go to the section Manage Site Pages, and then I click on Add a Section. And we'll just add a section called Life Insurance. I'll save this section. And then we're going to go to our content library and add pages from our library. And I'm just going to say I'm going to add pages about life insurance. And so now here we have all of the content in our library about life insurance. So there's a general page. I can click on Preview to see what it looks like. And this will show me what this page will look like on my site. And then I can click on this plus, which will add the page to my site. It will move a copy of the page right over here. And so I'll just go in here and just add a few pages. Some information on final expense, information on cash values, navigating life insurance, an article on permanent or term, information on term, and of course, I'll add the quote form. And I can also drag and drop, so maybe I want to have this navigating life insurance be the second most important page, so I'll put that in there. And so now we've got a bunch of pages on life insurance. So let's go back and look at my site. We'll just refresh the page, and you see that now life insurance shows up in the navigation, that new section. And when I click on it, we're going to then see the pages will start to appear. It takes a few minutes for the server to push content out. So as we refresh, you'll see that in a few seconds the pages will show up. I can also change the order of tabs. So because life insurance is the most important thing, I can actually just now, or most important thing to me right now, I can now drag and drop to change to make life insurance be the first tab that shows up after the home tab. And so we'll go back, look at the home page. Now life insurance is second. And we click through, and here are all those pages starting to appear now. So you can see I've got the life insurance page. I've got navigating life insurance. I've got why it's worth considering final expense, burial and final expense, life insurance policies and cash value, all of that content that would have taken me an entire weekend to create and would be kind of a frustrating process, is right here ready to go. And so here in the span of 5 minutes, I was able to completely add an entire new line of business mode. So think about that. That alone is a huge time saver to get your site up and running, to get it customized around the way you need it to. If you want to add a product, move products around, update your content, it just takes a few clicks, which is really cool. And I can even do more than this. I can now go in and update my home page, and we'll make a banner here that promotes life insurance. So we'll go back to the home page. I'm going to edit that. And when the editor opens up, we're going to be able to go in and select from a whole library of images that we have available. So we'll update this third one. And we're going to look for one. Let's find one. There's all kinds of options. See if we can find one about life insurance. Life insurance protect families. So let's go ahead and choose that. And then let's make it link to the life insurance page I just added. So I'm going to save this. It's going to republish the home page. And then I can go back. And when I refresh the screen, you're going to see that the third of these 3 sliders will now be that life insurance. There's 1, 2. We'll see if it shows up. Life insurance to protect your family. And when I click on this, it takes me through to that life insurance page.
Aaron, talk for a second about embedding video, would you? Had a question on that.
Embedding video.
From YouTube.
Yes. Yeah, you absolutely. I don't have any videos embedded on my site, but you absolutely can embed videos very easily. And YouTube will give you a little code. I can show you what you would do. You go to edit the page. And in our text editor, which works kind of like writing an email or a Microsoft Word document, you can see here that there's actually a little embed video button you click on. And you would paste in the code that YouTube gives you right here, and it just puts that video on the page. It's super easy to do. You can embed video. You can embed pictures. You can embed, there's a program called Box.com that lets you create libraries of documents. So if you have maybe claim forms or brochures you want to make available, you can embed entire document libraries on your site. You can really make the site very dynamic and very rich really easily without doing any programming whatsoever. So you can absolutely embed videos. So we've redesigned my site 4 times. We have added an entire line of business, life insurance, with a bunch of great content. We have changed the home page so I can now promote that content and drive traffic to it, all in the span of about 10 minutes. And this is stuff that would have taken, at best, hours, if not weeks, to get done without this. So that's a little sort of tip of the iceberg about how powerful this platform is. And when you combine it with the campaigns to drive traffic to your site and the campaigns to convert leads, this really becomes a very critical sort of part of your marketing and part of your lead generation, and really a moneymaker for your business. Now, there's one more thing I want to show you before we go back to the presentation, which is that this site of mine is my demo site. I have never promoted it anywhere besides in my demo webinars. So I haven't gone out, I haven't gotten links to it, I haven't done any sort of work optimizing it besides just putting content in. So all I've done is turn the site on and then use it in these demos. And I've started getting leads from my site. I started having people come in and fill out the lead forms. I've started getting leads. And I looked at why. And what I found is that if you go to Google, you type in Seattle Critical Illness Insurance, you'll see that my site dominates the first page. So 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th results out of 10 on the first page, which is pretty amazing. that without really doing anything beyond turning on the site, leads started coming in. And my site is ranking for good phrases for my market on search engines. Now, I'm not going to promise you that's going to happen right away, but it does show you that what we've done, building this site from the ground up to sell insurance online, to be optimized for search engines and be search engine friendly, it does work. And it will help you grow your business. It will help you generate sales. It's such a fun surprise when out of the blue, complete strangers come to your website and fill out these forms and leads start dropping into your mailbox. There's kind of nothing better than that.
And then,
so,
Aaron, we got a question about quote engine, the ability to link quote engines onto the site or place them on the site.
Yeah, you can absolutely embed a quote engine. And we have some of our connected agents that are using the program right now are using a lot of life and health quoting systems. And so we have people who have invented Quote-it, and Norvax is a quoting engine, and I think CompuLife, and a few others. And as long as they give you a web page to embed in, it's really pretty simple to do. And if you want to, we're happy to help do that. I will say, if you don't have a quote engine, there is sort of the dream that you can put a quote engine on your site, people can come to your site, quote products, buy products, and you can be on the beach in Tahiti and just watch your direct deposits roll in. That's the dream. I don't know anybody who's ever achieved that. It takes a lot of work to make that happen. And my recommendation when you're starting a site is that you first want to focus on driving traffic. You want to focus on getting people to come to your site. And invest your time and your money in that as opposed to spending more money on a subscription to a quote engine. Because until people come to your site, they're not running quotes. And what we found is that the conversion rate for people who run quotes is much lower than the conversion rate for people who give you their phone number and talk to you in person. So keep that in mind. I'm not saying don't use a quote engine, but it's not where you want to start, at least step one. So let's go back to the presentation, and let's talk about how you get started. You know, Mike, if you want, I'll let you run through this.
Sure. Appreciate that. Great job as always, Aaron. As you can see here, very simple from a starting standpoint. It's $199. Okay, that gives you your first 6 months of web fees. It gives you the onboarding, the training, getting everything up to speed, the back shop support, all those things. Okay. Once you have taken care of that, you have your site up and running. After that 6-month evaluation period, you can have the site for free if you are actively selling insurance through AIM, and that's our goal. We're not in this to be selling websites. We are, we're an insurance wholesaler. It's what we do. We want to help you be able to do more things. All right. So once you get past that 6-month period of time, there are some target numbers to hit that would allow you to have the site for free. Okay, and they're on a quarterly basis. I believe the numbers, it's $2,500 in long-term care premium, annualized long-term care premium per quarter, $5,000 in annualized med sup premium, and $50,000 in annualized annuity premium would kick it in and have the ongoing cost of the site be, for that next quarter, be free. And additionally, critical illness is the same as long-term care. $2,500 in annualized premium per quarter. So it's basically one application a quarter is going to get that done for you. You can go right to our site, connectedagent.biz, and literally, and we've had this happen on previous calls, we've had people signing up during the call. They're actually going in, they're completing the process, they're giving the credit card number, they're getting everything rolling, and depending on the volume of interest and the volume of activity we've got, we could have you live today. What's going to happen is you're going to get a call after you do that initial sign-up and we've got everything set to go. You'll get a call from Wes or Travis, one of our twin guys behind the curtains, if you will. They'll be in contact with you to start moving forward. They got to get you have to get a domain name established, and that's all included in that $199. But they'll be taking the steps to help you get this thing put together and get it ready to go, get it up and running. So if you think about it, break it down a little bit, it's basically $1 a day for that first 6 months to have that website, that digital business card. And then if you're a producing agent, no cost going forward. If you're not a producing agent, $60 a month after that. And those assessments are done on a quarterly basis based on your credit card. They just apply that. If you didn't produce for whatever reason, they would apply that $177 cost to your credit card. So simple, straightforward, to the point. I think now we've had a few questions along the way, but now we probably as good a time as any to go ahead and open things up here for questions. If you have not hit and if you've not entered in that 2-digit PIN code that was on the on your audio instructions on your control panel, we're not going to be able to unmute you. And to take questions, you can always type those questions in, and we'll do the best that we can to get those handled. So we'll go ahead and start unmuting folks here, taking questions as we move along. Again, $199 for 6 months. That's a great deal. $1 a day. Again. Okay, if you we have you unmuted. If you're not, if you have some background stuff going on, go ahead and self-mute your own phone by hitting *6. And if you haven't used the 2-digit PIN code that's listed there on the control panel, then we're not going to be able to have that conversation with you. So let's go ahead and take
those limits again.
Say again.
Would you state those limits, like $2,500 per annualized per quarter for LTC?
LTC and critical illness, $2,500 per of annualized premium per quarter. Medicare Sup is $5,000 of annualized premium per quarter. Annuity is $50,000 of annuity premium per quarter.
They're open on Sunday.
Okay, no, we're not open on Sunday. Okay, go ahead. Any other questions? Again, if you have background conversations going on a second phone, a cell phone, whatever, please hit *6 on this line so that we're not hearing that conversation as well, like that right there.
Now, I don't know if they book bands in for 2 nights or just 1.
They're not listening.
I can tell. No. Let's see.
Yeah, I think they do in Saturday night.
No. Give me a minute and I'll figure it out as to who it is that we have.
Find the culprit.
Unfortunately, you have to go one at a time. And I think maybe that did it. Nope. Okay, let's see. We got a question. Somebody keyed in. Okay, one of our folks liked what they saw. They said they had to get rolling here. So other questions. Again, $199 to get started. You go to connectedagent.biz. Put the credit card information in and get some of the basic stuff. You'll hear very quickly from either Travis or Wes on this going forward. They'll schedule an onboarding call to get the basics built, walk you through some of the setup steps, and have you up and running in no time. We have monthly user group calls and ongoing training. The next user group call is going to be February 12th. They are always on the second Wednesday of the month, always at 9 a.m. So you can just lock that into your schedule going forward. Those are by invitation only. Once you are in the program, have enrolled, then we have your site up and running, then we will automatically include you in the notifications that we are doing there, and you'll also start to see stuff through LinkedIn, through Twitter, and these other social media opportunities that you heard Jonas talking about earlier. So once again,
I have a question.
Fire away.
If you have a website currently that you would be taking down to start this one, and it has, and in my case, it's a quoted website. But really, if you could speak to the how long a process that is, where you say you can be up and running right away.
Mm-hmm. So, Mike, I can take care of that.
Absolutely.
So, quoted websites, the ones I've seen don't have a lot of content on them. And so there isn't a lot of work to really move content over, but if you do have some custom content that you've created on your website, we can help you move that to create new pages if you want to, or you can use content from our library. The most technical part of shifting over from an existing website to our platform is changing your domain name settings to point to our servers. And we'll help you do that. It requires changing some configurations at your domain name registrar. And it takes probably 15 minutes of our time to go and make that change. And then, depending on how your domain name registrar works, between a couple hours and 24 hours to see your site go live at your domain name.
Okay.
Usually it happens within 4 hours. So we can get your site up and running, get it looking exactly how you want it, and then when you're ready, we'll make the switch, and you know, within half a day or so, you'll see your site go live at your domain name.
Okay, there you have it. Any other questions? Oh, we got another one that somebody just keyed in. Okay. For the gentleman who just keyed the question, and I'm certain that we can make that happen. Give us a call offline or go ahead and go through the process, and they can explain the details of enabling you to work in multiple states. The beauty of the Internet is that it knows no boundaries. All right, again, questions. Take a minute, go out to connectedagent.biz. Take the time. It won't take any time at all to get through that basic process and get started. It's $1 a day-ish for the first 6 months, and very reasonably priced otherwise. Indexed annuity content, Aaron?
We do have some annuity content. I don't know that it's about indexed annuity specifically. Annuities are something that we stay very general about because we have to be careful about compliance.
Yeah. Compliance is an issue with that we try to be, again, as Aaron said, be very, very careful about. So some of these things you're going to have to address as we move through. So, other questions?
So one thing I'd like to point out, just point number 3 about the monthly user groups. These are a chance for us all to get together, and they've really become kind of almost like a mastermind group where we're able to, obviously we have some things we want to share. We want to show you how to do different things online. But it's also become a chance for people to share what's worked for them. And so agents have come into these calls with success stories of telling us, you know, what they did and how it helped them generate sales online. And so it's a great way not just for us to talk about what we know, but to also learn from each other about what's working out in the field in the real world. And so it's a really nice way to pick up some very real, very practical tips on success in selling online.
Good point. Good point. All right. Any other questions out there this morning? We're going to wrap things up. Otherwise, we do appreciate everybody making the time available. This is a phenomenal opportunity. The agents that have come on board with the program here in the first 6 months are really positive about the direction that's got their business going. And again, it's basically $1 a day. So, all right. If we don't have any other questions, then we will go ahead and wrap everything up. We appreciate everybody's time, and we apologize for a little bit of the interruption there with some of the background noise. Those things do tend to happen. We will have this recorded, and will be available off of our AIM website, yaim.com, if you wanted to go back later and review it. So, that said, thanks everybody. Appreciate your time this morning. We look forward to working with you and bringing you on board with the Connected Agent program. Team members, thanks for your time and input, and we will be talking again soon. Thanks everybody.
Thank you.